Hello, my name is Steve Faulkner. This is Real Magic Review, and this is Homage by Danny Goldsmith. So before we do that, please like, subscribe, check out Card Magic course, which is getting even more exciting because now it's the only thing I do. Because if you're watching this way into the future, we're at the time where we're all shut down and we can't go out. So, but I'm still allowed to come to my office and make videos, and we are still in a situation where we can buy and learn magic, which is really important. That's the one thing we don't have to stop doing. And that's good when we talk about what I'm going to talk about today. I got this a couple of weeks ago, and part of me was sort of going, as I always like to say what I feel when I get something and then sort of compare it to the reality of it. So what I felt was, it's another coin magic thing. It's a download. I prefer the physical thing. I know the reality now is with video, it's all downloads, of course, but it's nice to show something. So when I got it, I was like, I'll have a look. Waited about a week, had a look. Man, I'm so glad I did. The first thing I saw was the trailer, which was just beautiful. That you've got, I always like people walking around trees in trailers with hats on. It's very good. It reminds me a bit like True Astonishments by God, I'm going mental. Paul Harris. Oh God! Right, turn it off. It's over. It's over. My credibility's just gone. That was a mental block rather than forgetting who did True Astonishments and the Art of Astonishments books. So I love Paul Harris. I love the fact that a wooden rustic table and it was in trees and he would walk around on beaches and in forests. So I love all that. It's brilliant. So that's the trailer. So I was sucked in straight away. There was a lot of trees before any action, and then the action, which isn't what I just did, by the way. God no. If I left it and I did one of these before, I'm learning off this. Nowhere near got it. His vanish, man, is just lovely, but it's not just about having a good retention vanish. Just the thing people are talking about, the things people are talking about. How do you say it? Hang on. The thing that people are talking about is the vanish. Is that right? I'm getting really confused. What you'll see on the trailer is this vanish that just looks like it's CGI. That's what makes you want to buy it. And then the worry is when you do buy it, you get that and you realise it's just over difficult, over complicated, not realistic, too angly, and then you go, oh. Good news is, not at all. Now, it doesn't mean there isn't an angle on this, but it's a practical vanish, I think. And the routines in here are practical-ish, meaning you are going to be able to do them in quite a lot of situations. Not every situation, and that will be because of an angle thing. But first of all, the first thing I've got to say is this is brilliant. I love this. I loved his explanations. I love the way he takes us through it. He's got a great sense of humour. The cowboy bit was really funny. The bit where his cameraman has to walk out because he's laughing so much, I thought it was really good. He speaks with passion, but it's not this kind of pretentious passion that people kind of do and then they fill it with this kind of hyperbole. Everything he says, even though he is really into detail, makes sense. And I think sometimes with detail, we can waste a little bit of time. So sometimes when I see a card move and I see the details put into it, I don't really notice the detail. It's more of a kind of, you think laymen would never see the difference. They don't see it. And I think that's the case. It doesn't mean we shouldn't do things as well as we could, but I think there is a lot of time we can waste. With this, the reason this vanish looks so good is because of those little details. It's because of the tiny movement of the finger, or the place where the finger is before the vanish and after the vanish, the way the hands come together, the little tilt on the coin, the way these fingers close at this precise time. It's all about the precision. And you look at that precision, and when you get the precision right, it looks as good as it does. Now, I think it's a very realistic coin move, the main move in it. We'll talk, it's not just about one move, but it's based kind of around this CB vanish, counterbalance vanish. I do think it's realistic. When the Pond to the Smith DVD came out, everybody's like, oh, it's great, but it's not realistic. I actually thought a lot of that was fairly realistic. I think people get a block when it looks that good. People go, oh no, really, really hard. It's really doable, this. It does get a bit more complex when he goes into the routine. So he goes through the CB vanish very well. He teaches it very, very well. I could have done with a few more close-ups. Maybe I like to get really close up and kind of pauses and stuff like that, but really good. He then goes on to this Chinese Silver Tiger, which is his free coin routine. It's really beautiful. That's where things start getting a bit tricky, because what you've got to do is you've got to learn this vanish with this hand, and you've got to learn it with this hand while you're holding out another thing. And again, when you see it, you'll go, oh God, I can't do that. Again, I think it is pretty doable. None of it really, and I've worked with coins for a long time, but I'm not super good with coins. And it all felt straight away that I could imagine doing it. I can see where it could go, and I could see that it was a reality for me. So that's a beautiful routine. It's 3 different coins, vanishing one at a time, brings them back in a really lovely way, gives you alternative ways that you go through this production later on, and give you alternatives for doing that, and ways you can do it quickly. It looks very good. It looks very different slowly. It does a lovely count afterwards. It really flows. And absolutely beautiful. Then you've got this Symphony Silver, I think it's called, Silver Symphony Silver, which it uses sound so well. I love those routines that use sound in that way. There's a great Larry Jennings one, which is with a pop-up move in the classic magic of Larry Jennings, which I can't remember the name of, but it uses this drop where you drop the coin into your hand, you hear this little ting when it goes in. It uses loads of that, and most of us love that. Uses it very well. Again, looks very flat. It's a 2-coin routine, so it makes complete sense to a spectator. And then he's got a third routine, which is unexplained, or unexpected, where he does this whole routine with coins, and then got this kicker ending, which you just didn't see coming, which just shows how good he is with coins, how natural he is with coins. And again, that's probably the most difficult one in a way to make look convincing, but again, I think doable. And that's very similar. If you can do the first routine, you'll be able to do that last routine. And then he goes into some extras, his psychology, a little bit of neuroscience, gives you some moves and some changes. Just this vanish of 3 coins that just looks so good. I mean, you see it and you're like, no, that didn't happen. This is coin magic that's so good that when you know exactly what's happening, you still go, maybe it didn't, maybe I've got that. At one point when I saw the trailer, I was like, have you got a pull? You know, but so the details is brilliant, his passion is brilliant, his explanations are great. I was a bit disappointed there were not more trees in the explanations. I wanted him to do an explanation sitting on a rock or something, because that's in the trailer, and then he's at home on his sofa, which is totally fine, because, you know, just let's get down to it, let's learn the stuff, with a guitar behind him and all that. He looks like he lives in trees. I'm not sure that's the case. The house I can imagine being in this beautiful glade. I'm sure it isn't, but he's really drawn me in with that. I just loved it. I just thought it was a brilliant. I want to check out his other stuff. He's got other stuff. I think he released something off Illusionist, and he's got something with Copeland coins. I'll put the links below. But I'm really excited about checking out his other things. And this is going off topic a little bit. This has saved me a little bit over the last, you know, because we're going through the situation we're going in at the moment. I'm not allowed to name it. YouTube have got different laws in it, but it's late March, it's mid-March, and we're all locked down basically, and I've got my kids, and every night I've been sitting down with this coin, and I've just been getting really into the flow of things. And again, he does it better than that. And just looking at that minutiae, it's really, I think if you like learning slightly challenging stuff that looks beautiful, it'll be great. And by the way, I think a lot of coin routines suffer from that thing of being obvious you're holding out something. I get it that you're going to be misdirected and this doesn't matter, but when you look at it, you go, well, that looks a bit iffy. All of these routines, when you know he's holding out, you just still doesn't look like it. He's just wonderful at that. But again, I know I've said it again and again and again. Don't let it put you off. I think it's a really good project list. You've got 3 routines that you can really get your teeth into. There's none of this awkward kind of stuff going on. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Made me buy an extra coin from Copeland Coins. Thanks, like I need that now. Well, I do. It'd be quite cool. But check it out. And this is an independently produced project, which is more reason for us at the moment to buy it. Again, I'm not affiliated. I don't know Danny. I've never met Danny, so please don't think I'm just selling his stuff. And I know that I do a lot of positive reviews at the moment because I kind of want to. You know, I get sense and stuff I don't like. I'd rather not review it. So don't think I'm just saying yes to everything. It's kind of like I'd just rather talk about the positive stuff. But there is a stinker that I'm going to talk about next time because I think it's quite funny. So there you go. Danny Goldsmith, got to say Copeland Coins then. Homage, check it out. And it's called Homage, by the way, because he references everybody all the time. And he says this is a homage to these people. So the usual David Roth, Kino Hardball. Is that how you say it? I've said it wrong, sorry. But now it's made me want to go back into that kind of stuff again. So thanks very much. Please check out cardmagiccourse.com, talking about, supporting people that are making this stuff. This is obviously my only income at the moment. And if you want, a couple of people have said they'd like to donate, and which is really kind. Someone actually did donate today. They emailed me and said, I'd like to donate so you can keep doing the channel. If you are in that position with zero expectation, I do have a Patreon account. It's patreon.com/Real Magic Review. I haven't set anything up on that yet because I don't know what to give you. So if you do want to donate and there's anything you'd like to receive, whether it's an extra live session just for the people that donate, maybe that's the way to do it. Obviously time's difficult with the kids and stuff like that, but I'll do something, but let me know. So thanks very much. And I'm rambling a lot, but that's kind of the point of it, isn't it? And you are pretty much the only contact with the outside world now. Have a brilliant one. Thank you.